Ahum, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. It is a beautiful June Monday, and Mondays are Mondays, but we can actually make them better. Um, I want to talk to you guys about your awakening and stress. Your awakening places some stress in your body, mind, and in your body, the actual physical 3D body. I cannot stress enough. I made a funny. I cannot stress enough how important it is when you go through your awakening that you also work on releasing your stress. Think of yourself as a little pressure cooker, all right? Um, and you not only have stress going through your awakening or going through a spiritual development course, because that also opens up several stressing mechanisms. But you're also going through stress from your past life, from when you were a kid, things that are coming to you and being asked for you to move them out of the way, either work them and move them out of the way, or make the decision that you're ready to let it go. And actually, the stress of getting rid of them and not having to worry about them again. There's also the stress of everyday life, work, home, children, hubbies, wives. There's a lot of stress everywhere. And still, we manage to be that perfect earth pendulum where energy moves up and down and all around at the same time between heaven and earth. So because of that, and because we need to continue the balance, I cannot tell you enough times where now in your spiritual development, wherever you are, you need to meditate and you need to practice self-care. You cannot possibly help anybody else if you yourself are not balanced to the coordinates that you are right now on this earth, in this planet, in this universe, in the constellation itself, and in what position in infinity are you inhabiting at this moment? For a very long time, we have been told that stress is not good for you. Yet some of us are unable to shake it. Some of us need a little help. We need the chemicals in our brains to actually get balanced. Some of us may need tea, or maybe a combination of teas, maybe a combination of meditation, maybe a combination of massages, maybe a combination of medication that we need. I am telling you right now, people are going to tell you no to medication. They're going to fill your mind and tell you, and you're going to get what you want to hear because of your condition. I once spoke to you guys about spiritual oppression. I want to talk to you about emotional oppression. This happens, okay? This happens where your body, because you need to think of your body and your spiritual side as two different things. They coexist, they work together in a symbiotic relationship, but they are still two separate entities. One cannot work without the other, but they still work together, right? I'm not stating this is a conspiracy. I'm not going into any of that crap. But I am going to tell you that there is money to be made in your stress. Too much stress or prolonged stress, again, makes you have to take medication, like I just mentioned, with a combination of other things. The idea is to control the stress, to control those hormones that your mind is making, your body is actually excreting and moving through to get you that fight or flight syndrome, because I call that a syndrome. Your gut is one of the most important parts of your existence, not the body, your existence. It is here. When we take medication, it goes here, and from here, it gets dispersed to where it needs to go to. Therefore, your gut is going to be the very first place that stress is going to attack. What happens when you're all stressed out? When there is a moment that you actually feel that fear. Okay, people get stomach aches, people get nauseous, people get that knot in their stomach. You feel a bad feeling, it goes in your stomach. Your solar plexus is saying, hello, there's a need for everything to calm down. Find it, please. The actual lining of your stomach in your entire area starts thinning out. The reason why that is happening is because when you are in a panic mode, when you are in a stress mode, your body shuts down, waiting for you to run. It is a defense mechanism. So all the blood and all the movement and all the work that your stomach is doing at that moment, and all the blood vessels that are in your stomach, I want you to research what the belly button is and why it's so important. And I'll tell you really briefly, all your nerve endings, all your arteries, they all come into that one little spot. Okay, that's why it's so important, very important for you guys to understand that stress needs to leave you. What happens is your stomach, in your body, your mind says, oh my God, stress. The blood comes away, the blood flow to your stomach, to that important area, moves away from the stomach and goes out to your peripherals, because it's ready for you to take that fight or flight, either run or fight. So you need as much blood in your hands and your arms and your legs so that you can get to where you need to get to and do what it is you need to do. Is that healthy 24/7? Absolutely not. And this is so important for you to understand, especially now in this spiritual development group and in your movement forward. Stress will eventually weaken you and bring in and activate certain diseases. Do you want that? No. Most people are already living in disease, in a diseased body. Remember, there's some disease that takes a while for it to manifest. Not only to manifest, but also to be detected. Okay? I cannot tell you enough times why meditation is necessary and why your thinking process needs to change. If 24/7 you are feeling that there is something after you, something behind you, something that is holding you, something that is terrorizing you, something that is making your life miserable, you need to stop and evaluate yourself scientifically. Where are those chemicals? What balance is there? Do you need medication? Yes. And if you do, take them. Professionally prescribed. But don't just let them prescribe whatever they think. Make sure that you understand what the medication is going to provide and what other manifestations it's going to bring. And you need to be part of that treatment plan your doctor's going to put you in. So don't just sit back and go, oh, okay, I'll drink that. No, what does it do? What am I expecting? May I get a lower dose until my body gets used to it? Okay? Ask the questions. Because you're not going to know until you become physically, emotionally involved in your health care. Now, I'm just talking about medications that are going to balance out the chemicals in your brain so that you can function in this society, in your community. What happens next is, now that a couple of weeks your body mind is working, or your mind is working, then your body is going to start feeling less stressed. When I said there is money in your stress, is because pharmaceutical companies already know. They already know that stress is going to make them money. You're going to get sick with something, and you're going to need that medication. And you're going to have to take it, and your insurance, or you are going to have to pay out of pocket. So once again, I tell you, is it a conspiracy? In a way, yeah. In a way, no. Because they already know the human component, what we are able to do to self-destruct. We need to be able, you need to be able to tone down your stress. Exercise, spiritual baths, meditation, either Tai Chi or Qigong, whatever exercise, belly dance. I love belly dance and I use belly dance, chakra dance, whatever form of movement so that you can start regulating then your energy levels. Okay? And then when you start feeling better, now what your mind wants you to think, when people start seeing, when your doctor starts seeing that you are better and you have gotten a grip in your life, then ask the question, may I bring down the medication? Don't cut it off, because then your body, your physical body, is going to suffer. Because you're going to disbalance, you're going to unbalance the medication. You're going to unbalance the signals in your mind, the chemicals in your mind. And then all hell goes loose again. So you don't want that to happen. You want to be able to wean yourself off from your medications if it is medically necessary, if your doctor says yes. But remember one thing that I've always heard, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's working for you, for heaven's sakes, keep it until you are ready with your physician to move away from it slowly, so you can see that you can do this on your own. It's really important, guys, to minimize stress. Make a list of everything that gives you stress. Put them in order of importance. I want the least important things that stress you out to be up front. Remove them first. So your list is not that big. You want to end up shortening your list to something smaller. Something you can work with. Something you're not going to say, oh my freaking God, I can't do this. Because you will. And I want you to realize that you can only do one thing at a time. And I want you to do it right. So this does not come back. Or you can handle it. Stress. It brings illness. You need to step off your hamster wheel. And you need, or your carousel from hell, whatever you want to call it, you need to remove that from your routine. Stress is making other people money. And stress is a very, very, very bad frequency that sneaks in your life and robs you of what it is you need. But the only one that can stop this stress, people, is you. The spiritualist can do a lot of things for you. But this is more in a spiritual, the auric field, your chakras. Those things are going to make you feel better. Absolutely. But stress is still lurking in the background. What are you doing about that? Because then you're going to come to a point in your spiritual life where you're like, well, this was all for nothing. Or, oh my God, why can't I? I can't stop this, Mary. And I keep hearing it. I can't stop this. I can't stop thinking about this. I can't stop myself from doing this. You need to stop the stress. And it means to make physical changes in your body, to seek the help, the medical help that you need. You need medical help if this is a problem. Guys, there's a time and a place where you will need medication. By denying your body and your emotional body the responsibility and the actual freedom of finding the right medication with the right doctor, you are denying yourself the peace and the happiness and joy and bliss that you deserve. If it means that this is what you need to do, then this is what you need to do until you get yourself balanced. I want you to understand these words. Whatever it takes to get to my blissful place. Remember these words, whatever, it's a beautiful mantra. I will do whatever it takes to get to my blissful place. You owe it to yourself, but you owe it to your family. This becomes a legacy. As you build yourself up into a more happiness states that you're going to feel, as you start feeling better, your DNA will change. The messages that your DNA is receiving from years, from conditioning, from ancestry, you're changing here. This is where you have that opportunity to make not only spiritual changes, but physical, DNA controlled changes. But only you can do that. Want to hear the illusion? The illusion is, I can't help myself. I can't take myself out of this. These are thoughts that are controlling my life. That's an illusion. I know. That's what changed in me. If I can do this, you can do this. I will do whatever it takes to get to my blissful place. Try it out. Give your body a chance. Live without disease. Get your body where it needs to be so that your spiritual body can then continue moving forward. You are going to thank me later. Right now, I hear some of you. Yeah, right, Mary. I can't get out of this. How am I going to do this? I can't do this on my own. And this is where I tell you again, if you need medications, and again, it's not going to the doctor and letting them decide to put you on the medication that they want to. No. You have a responsibility. That responsibility is very important in your own health care. You need to have responsibility and become personally involved with your doctor to find the right medication. Talk about what the side effects are. Talk about what you expect. Talk about a really low dosage until your body gets used to it and slowly moving up. Is it possible? For some medications it is, for some it isn't. And then talk about adjuvant therapy, exercise, meditation, Tai Chi. You go to YouTube and you're going to find a million things. But you need to do this. We are living in a life where stress is first and foremost. And this is not why we are all co-creators. This is not why we are divine. This is a way of moving you away from what you are supposed to be. And it's all you. Today's activity is for this week. I want you, actually for the whole month, because it has to be 30 days. For the next 30 days, you need to jot down, I don't need to know it, I don't need to see it. I need you to jot down every single thing that gives you stress. I want you to write the simplest ones that you can work with, and down on the bottom put the hard ones. I want you to write in big letters and put it in front of you at work, in the kitchen, in your bedroom, in the bathroom, whatever it takes to get to my blissful place. I want you to say that mantra as many times as you can. And then I want you to start knocking off all the little things that stress you out. Move them out of the way. And then look at the big ones that you have left. And then decide, do I need to see a therapist or maybe even a psychiatrist? You need to have that conversation with you. You need to have it. And then get the help. Be involved. Be responsible. I want you to do happy things. If it means going to the park and swing, swing. If it means going to the beach and swimming, swim. If it means getting pots and pans, going to the backyard and drumming on your pots and pans and screaming, do some shadow drumming. Why not do some shadow drumming? Let it out, bring it out. But you need to get yourselves out of the funk and into reality. The illusion that you're having is that you can't get out. Then why are the rest of us out? Because you're being punished? No, you're not. No. Because the rest of us, we're like you. We should be getting punished too. And we're not. So this is something that you need to work out. Do this for 30 days. Ground in the uplifting frequencies that you're going to bring out. And get yourselves where you need to be. Stress brings illness. It does. Blood flow needs to be where it needs to be. We have a beautiful mechanism. That mechanism needs to have the opportunity to keep us alive. And if it's in a fight or flight motion 24/7, we're not going to have a healthy body. So thank you for joining me. This is one of those bonus courses that I'm giving you. And we're going to start today with part 1, the beginners. And I'm going to start loading up everything for you guys today, in between the day. All right, I'll see you later. Have a great one. Enjoy yourself.